How long is this?
Well,
How
remember,
long
Durant's
you?
under contract.
Yeah, but you're gonna go for like. But how long can you go for this though? How
I need
long
to
can
check
you?
Devin Booker's contract to see
Right,
when
like
he's up.
what's the window?
Yeah. Greetings and salutations and welcome to the Odd Coaches Podcast. I am your host, Dr. Keith Adams, and with me today, my tag team partner. And we're going to do current Black history. I'm going to let him be his son. He is the top dollar to my Ashanti Theodonis. I was about to call him Tahuti. Sorry about that. Brain freeze there. I'm about to say Tahuti. The icon, the showstopper, the main event, and the reason why we are here, Coach Mike Francis. And Coach, it's Black History Month. I've got middle school redirection voice all weekend for these tapings because our middle schoolers at the start of third market period need a little more vocal redirection than usual. But how you doing on this Wind Up Wednesday, sir?
Hey man, I'm doing well. I am doing well. How about you?
Man, when you change over to semesters, it is your opportunity to tweak, to redirect, in class, on time, ready to work is what we want from our students. And yes, I do TikTok as we walk the hallways because the bell's about to ring and I still see you. But anyway,
You know what I'm saying?
12, 13, and 14 are interesting ages, fans. But on today's Wind Up Wednesday episode, we're going to talk about the trade deadline. We're going to talk about All-Star Weekend. And we're going to predict the second half of the season, especially some of these buyouts. Can't wait to get your thoughts on who you would pick up. But let's get started with Phoenix. Oh, my goodness. The Brooklyn Nets traded all NBA forward Kevin Durant to the Phoenix Suns for a package that includes dynamic forward Mikal Bridges, Cam Johnson, Jay Crowder, and 4 unprotected future first-round draft picks. Durant and TJ Warren were shuttled off to Phoenix. The first-round draft picks are 2023, 2025, 2027, and 2029 with a 2028 pick swap. That's a lot. That's a lot. So, the new owner, Matt Asheba, general manager James Jones, they texted new Brooklyn Nets GM Sean Marks, and they got this deal done. So, they only played 16 games together. Durant, Kyrie, and James Harden, nothing. But they still got Ben Simmons for for Brooklyn. But Mike, what does this deal do to Phoenix? Tell me, sir, what are you thinking about the Suns?
It puts him on a quick clock, like a really, 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 really quick clock. Like you can't you can't make a move like this and not be ready to really cash in right now, so to speak. It makes him very good. I mean, that's just makes him good for what you got. But man, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? Because how long is this?
Well, remember, Durant's under contract.
Yeah, but you're gonna go for like. But how long can you go for this though?
I need to check Devin Booker's contract to see when he's up.
What's the window?
Yeah. So,
but I like it.
You like it?
Yeah. I love it. I love it. I love the deal. I think it was, you know, hey, we trying to win. I think we needed that. I think they needed that. We're trying to win. Let's put forth the effort because he's a hell of a scorer. And now you can't double Booker.
Booker, that's the one, man. Yeah. That dude is a hooper.
Yeah, he is, man. You can't double him now. So,
all right, we'll talk about that a little more in segment 3. Brooklyn. So after surrendering several first-round picks to the Houston Rockets in the Harden trade, Brooklyn got its picks back. So you got Jacque Vaughn as the coach. I hope they keep him. Jay Crowder, who was traded to Brooklyn from the Suns, got moved again to Milwaukee as a part of a 3-team deal. Um, the Nets got picks back. They got some fresh legs. They got some guys that want to be there. What about Brooklyn, man? What are you thinking about them, sir? And they're still like the 5th seed, and we'll get to that segment 3.
We're gonna not
go down every week.
Yes, they done. Okay. They done. They just it's a fire sale.
All right.
It's a fire sale.
Will the Nets make the playoffs? How about that? In the Eastern Conference. In the Eastern Conference. Will they be at least 10, 7-10, make the play-in game? Who else is in the East? Who else? Detroit's not making it. So, okay.
You think there's no way they make it. They don't make it, bro.
They got Orlando, Indiana. Anyway, we'll get to that point. All right.
They're not gonna make it. I mean, it's not gonna happen, bro. Because I don't see what they're doing with. I don't see the
Charlotte.
Direction. I don't see the
Atlanta. They can make 10. They can get to 10.
I don't see it.
Okay.
I don't see it. I just don't see anybody do it. Okay,
The Wizards? Okay. All right. Lakers. Mike, the Lakers are doing something. Rob Pelinka is in the lab creating science experiments. The Lakers traded Russell Westbrook to the Utah Jazz. They brought back D'Angelo Russell, keep him out of the locker room, from the Minnesota Timberwolves. They also get Malik Beasley and Jared Vanderbilt. They got rid of Patrick Beverly. They're just moving and shaking. So what are you thinking about the moves? Now LeBron is like the only player over 30 on the team now. What are you thinking? Are you excited?
I'm excited. I'm really excited. I'm excited that they are making some kind of moves. Because what was happening wasn't working. Like, it just wasn't working, man.
So do they make the playoffs now? Now, are you guaranteed a playoff
I don't think
spot?
they make. No, you're not.
Wow. They can't get into at least the play-in game?
No,
7 through 10?
No.
Okay. We'll get there. Segment 3, fans. Segment 3, we're going to reset the league, fans. We're just setting up the tape. So the Utah Jazz, in addition to Westbrook, the Jazz got Juan Toscano Anderson, Damian Jones, and the Lakers 2027 first-round pick, which is top 4 protected. If the Lakers pick to the Jazz is not conveyed in 2027, if it falls into the top 4, the pick immediately converts to a second-round pick. So Westbrook's out. And Danny Ainge said to Westbrook, as the professional, you can come, but we playing the young guys. So what's going to happen with that? What are you thinking about Utah? Westbrook's in the final year of a 5-year max deal. I don't think he's going to get another one. And he's an unrestricted free agent next summer. So 1, if you're Westbrook, do you take the buyout? 2, with this move, are the Jazz still good enough to get into the play-in game, play-in tournament?
Let me tell you something. Even if they make it to the play-in, I give them that because they always finish strong in the regular season. We talk about that. Them and your Denver Nuggets, they really, really good in the regular season, man. But then the playoffs come, I don't care if it's tournament, play-in, whatever. They always bow out.
Okay. Now, again, I'm not sweating the Jazz like last year. I'm just saying, when we look at the segment, when we go to segment 3 and look at the standings, they're still hanging around. They're still hanging around. All right, last in this segment 1, T-Wolves made a ridiculous trade this summer to get Rudy Gobert and gave up, 2 houses, 7 cars, and, a partridge in a pear tree. They have reunited Mike Conley and Rudy Gobert, and it is still amazing that Mike Conley is like 35. And I remember him at Ohio State with Greg Oden. Anyway, so Mike, will the T-Wolves, now that they've got the veteran presence, and they could get Pat Beverly on the back end off a buyout, do the T-Wolves make that big move? What do you think?
No.
They got Rudy Gobert
So what?
for 58 draft
And where he come from?
Utah.
Okay. What did he do in Utah?
They were a lot of regular season wins.
Next question.
All right. So fans, when we come back in segment 2, we ain't even scratched the surface of all of the trades that took place, and we'll let you know who are the potential buyout candidates on the Odd Coaches podcast.
There is an old business adage that says, what gets measured and monitored gets done. It is also fact that deadlines spur action. That is what the CKA Save Project Academic Monitoring Service can do for student athletes. Measure and monitor their academic progress to improve their grades. Our academic monitoring services provide ongoing academic support for student athletes for a designated period of time. Our academic success coaches work with student athletes on time management and organizational skills, along with improving their ability to self-advocate. Every few weeks, our academic success coaches meet with student athletes to assess their academic progress as well as provide ongoing academic advising. If needed, student athletes have access to CKA Learning Specialists who provide virtual core subject academic support for student athletes. For more information, visit us on the web at www.ckasaveproject.org or schedule a free virtual consultation with Dr. Keith Adams by email at cka@ckasaveproject.org.
Welcome back to the Yacht Coaches Podcast. And in segment 2, we're going to keep talking about the trades. I asked my partner last week his thoughts on Dame time, and he said Dame time is over. That's what he told me. Well, the Portland Trail Blazers are trading Josh Hart to the New York Knicks. In return, the New York Knicks are sending Cam Reddish, Ryan Arcidiacono, Stevie McCulloch, and a projected first-round draft pick in 2023. Reddish is 23. That's the key right there, man. And he's been looking for a new opportunity after falling out of the rotation. So now you get to pair Cam Reddish with Dame Lillard and get that thing cooking in the West. Right, Mike?
What kind of cooking? What we cooking? Are we still
Reddish
talking
is
basketball?
averaging 8.4.
Still talking basketball?
Reddish was the number 10 pick in the 2019 draft. He struggled to find some consistent playing time.
Yeah.
He's averaging 8.4 points a game while shooting nearly 45% from the field. And he's in the final year of his rookie deal and is expected to be a restricted free agent this summer. Does he help Dame Lillard? Does he help?
Yeah. He helped Dame Lillard. I mean, he's a savvy guy, pretty good. But it don't make a difference as far as when it comes to that next step, like going up to the playoffs, because Dame Lillard's still going to be Dame Lillard. If he ain't going to pass the ball, I don't give a shit who's playing with him.
So, again, as we preview segment 3, does Portland have enough to be in the top 10, 7 through 10?
Maybe.
Okay.
Maybe that might. I mean, if they get out and get running, they get in the transition game. I see Cam Reddish being able to play. Plus, there's nobody in New York. No offense. Maybe Brunson. Maybe the kid from Baltimore when he's really on. That can draw enough of a double team or people pay enough attention to, and Zach Randolph, but it just never clicked, right?
Yeah.
But so somebody's got to be able to draw attention, and I think that Dame Lillard is a dynamic enough of a player that draws more attention, which would make things a lot easier for Cam Reddish.
All right. So speaking of the East, which my partner thinks is trash, the Knicks, okay, now acquired in a deadline deal last year with the New Orleans Pelicans, Josh Hart who's local, went to Wheaton High School for a cup of coffee. Good kid though.
Mm,
Is averaging 9.5 points, 8.2 rebounds, and 3.9 assists for the Trailblazers this year. He's played in
mm.
all 51 games, starting every game, averaging a career high 33 minutes. Josh Hart's 27, and this is a stat that I didn't know people kept. He is one of the best undersized rebounders in the league. I've never even heard that as a stat that it was kept. And he reunites with Brunson, who Jalen Brunson played with him at Villanova. So does this make the Knicks contenders?
Mm. I don't think so. I mean, I like Brunson. I really do. I think that was the best thing New York could have done for a while, but you still have no. And I know we're playing positionless basketball, but you got to get the right group of guys together in order to play positionless basketball. I thought they were kind of small and undersized in the backcourt, right? If you have Brunson, then you still got to have somebody who can go and get that ball off the rim, and make things happen. And so this may. But at the end of the day, what are we going? We trying to get to the 10th and 9th. That's our goals now, to get to
Is
the
that the
play-in
bar?
tournament. Nobody wants to win the championship. Everybody wants to get to the play-in.
Yeah, it seems
You
like
know what
it.
I mean? Yeah, this
Speaking,
ain't this ain't this ain't the NCAA tournament, bro. We just get there. We get to the dance. 64. Like, come on now.
all right,
This ain't George. Where is following?
and in an audible, based on what my partner said, Toronto made some trades, but does it really matter? They're not going to win. So we're going to move on to Golden State, who screwed up a possible 3-team trade because there are significant concerns over Gary Payton II's physical
What
examination.
in the world was
So they
that?
tried to get rid of Wiseman, even though they tried to do it in the nicest possible way. So we don't even know, fans, what's going to happen with that. So we're going to move on to the Clippers. And after the Clippers traded point guards Reggie Jackson and John Wall, and let me say that again, fans, the Clippers traded both their point guards. How bad do you have to be as a player
Who were they?
if the team says, we just going to let both of you go and go without a point guard? Reggie Jackson and John Wall. That's darn. So Paul George wants to be reunited with Russell Westbrook, which takes us to the buyout market, Mike. So Russell Westbrook is with the Utah Jazz. He is a great athlete, plays hard, all of the things you want, except he hasn't contributed to winning in quite some time. Do we want Russell Westbrook, Mike? And if so, where should he go?
You keep him.
You keep him. No, thank you. But again, and none of this is bum stuff, fans. He just doesn't fit. I don't have time
You can't.
to figure out the best way to deal with him. So I'd rather not. And speaking of that, John Wall, he said a lot of stuff about the Houston Rockets
Didn't he?
this season.
Oh my God!
And then he gets traded back to the Houston Rockets. So he's not going into that locker room.
No.
The Rockets bought out most of his $47.4 million contract.
Just to cut his ass.
And now they traded back for him, and he will definitely get bought out. So let's just get that out of the way. He's not going there. I saw some of those interviews that he did. I wouldn't even actually go to Houston myself. But where should John Wall go? Because I think he needs to come back to the Wizards. I've got an autographed ball of John Wall sitting in my basement, and it's got to be an investment. So you got John Wall, you got Bradley Beal, you got Kristaps Porzingis, and whoever else they got in the Lakers trade. Let's go do this thing in the East. What do you think, Mike?
You selling the promo again. This ain't wrestling, bro. Stop it. Stop it, man.
I took a trip to fantasy land again.
Oh my God. We Ric Flair all of a sudden? What the hell are you thinking?
John Wall is a Wizards legend. He's one of the top 10 Wizards point guards of all time.
That ain't saying much. That's like saying I had the high squad, everybody who failed the test.
All right, so Reggie Jackson. Sorry, Jasmine. All right, Reggie Jackson. The Clippers traded him to the Hornets, and here's who you were traded for, man. You were traded for Mason Plumlee. You gotta go into the bathroom and look in the mirror and say, "What did I do to get traded for Mason Plumlee? Maybe it's me, and I've got to reflect on some things that I need to do as a basketball player." Okay, so the Hornets are expected to buy out his $11.2 million contract, and he might go to Phoenix. He might even go to Denver, but he's not going back to the Clippers. Okay. All right, so Will Barton is on the Washington Wizards. I didn't even know. Will Barton
Stop, man. I love Will, man.
I didn't know.
Team Thrill, baby.
And
One of the top AAU programs in the area is Team Thrill, sponsored by Will. So
well, he is struggling, shooting 38.7% from the floor, and fell out of the rotation with the Washington Wizards. So
I ain't say nothing. Can't say nothing about Will. Can't say nothing about Melo. Not around us. We ain't playing that. No, I'm joking.
38.7%. And you can't get the top 8 with the Washington Wizards. So,
but I mean, I don't even know what they doing though.
I don't either.
I mean, like I can't.
I don't need to.
I can't even fathom what the hell going on with them folks, man.
All right, Terrence Ross, who's now with the Orlando Magic, he is just like Will Barton, but his 3-point accuracy is pretty good. He went from 29.2 to 38.1, but he ain't never played with no good talent in his whole career. So he might, get picked up and be an end of the bench guy. Patrick Beverly, Lil Seymour. Hey, he was loud talking Lil
Seymour Pettigrew.
So fans, I think that's Let's Do It Again. That was a movie from the 70s with a lot of just an all-star black cast. And Patrick Beverly talked a lot about the playoffs, but he's a one-round guy in the playoffs. So he's 34. His defense is not as good as it was before, but I got to think somebody's going to take a flyer on this guy. I got to think so. We'll see what happens. Danny Green is 35, and he's the new big shot Bob Orr. This guy has won titles with the Lakers, the Raptors, and the Spurs. And somebody's going to hire this guy. And if he's smart, and apparently he's smarter than most because he sends the pick teams, he has been in the playoffs every season since 2011. Every season. So Danny Green's going to get picked up by somebody. So let's run through some names, and if you care, Mike, stop me. If not, we'll roll them through. Goran Dragic. How old is this guy?
You asking me?
Can he still help somebody?
Okay. I don't think he can.
What about Derrick Rose?
Not when I'm trying to get to the championship. Definitely not Derrick Rose. I love him to death, but come on, man. I don't understand. I'm trying to get to the championship, man.
So Goran Dragic nor D Rose can help you in a secondary role get to the title. You don't think the Lakers can pick up D Rose and put him in that second unit and keep his minutes to about 15, 20? I'm stretching on. Try to tell you.
You stretching like you getting to.
I don't know who Kim Birch is from San Antonio. I don't know him. Serge Ibaka may be bought out. He's available.
He should be bought out.
Dwayne Dedman. Anybody on the Spurs? No, thank you. I'm kind of good. Kind of good. Nerlens Noel. Maybe
man, he's still playing.
His checks are clearing, man. Kelly Oubre Jr. is not a former Wizard. So look, hold on now, Mike. Stay with me. Hey, Charles, hold on. The Wizards could get Jalen Wall back. They could get Kelly Oubre Jr. back. Team him up with Bradley Beal, baby. Kristaps Porzingis, the unicorn. And they can do some things in the East. Hey, Wizards, let's get the band back together and bring them home.
This ain't the Blues Brothers.
Bring him home, baby.
This ain't the Blues Brothers.
All right. Dario Saric from from Oklahoma City. I really don't remember him that much. I remember the name.
Who?
Dario Saric. I remember the name. I don't remember the production. Thaddeus Young. I remember the name. George Hill. I remember the name. And Frank Kaminsky.
Frank Kaminsky.
Yeah, he's just check collecting right now.
Man, is he check collecting?
He's just check collecting right now.
I thought you could have said John Concat.
All right, so fans, we have given you as much information as we can about who's available for your favorite teams. Now in segment 3, we're going to go through the actual standings because I'm not that big a fan of that Phoenix move. Once you see the standings, hear me out when we get back on the Hot Coaches Podcast.
The reviews are in for Dr. Keith Adams' book, Finding the Balance, My Personal Journey to Academic and Athletic Success. College professor and student athlete academic expert Dr. Lisa Rubin said, "There is nothing out there like this book, so I do hope people will pay attention and give it a read." Former George Mason standout Folarin Campbell said, "Consider this book an opportunity to work directly with Dr. Adams just like I did. I assure you that there will be something you can take away that will be useful to you throughout your personal journey." Ryan Waite, a recent college graduate who is a software engineer, said, "I like how the book is based on research, which makes it good for general students as well as student athletes." The book serves as both a memoir to Dr. Adams' 30-year academic and athletic career, as well as an instructional guide to assist student athletes, parents, coaches, teachers, and administrators navigate through the challenges of finding a better balance between academic and athletic success. The book includes over 15 personal stories and anecdotes from Dr. Adams, along with numerous former players and colleagues from a variety of sports and endeavors. You can order your copy at www.ckasaveproject.org. From the main page, simply click CKA Save Project Services and order the Find the Balance book. For more information, contact Dr. Keith Adams by email at cka@ckasaveproject.org.
Welcome back to the iCoaches Podcast. In segment 3, let's talk about the league, okay? In the Eastern Conference, the top 5 teams right now are Boston. That's not going to change. Boston's going to be a deep playoff run, which means that whoever the coach is who's the interim, he's going to get that head job. He's got to. The Bucks are a legit team, and I like to pick up a Jay Crowder, Mike. I do. I think that's going to help the Bucks. For the Bucks, yes, because that's another good player that they could just put in a rotation, and they're already going to make a deep run. I'm not a fan of the 76ers because, man, they don't defend like a championship team defends.
Same old song.
They don't defend like a championship team defends. I'm curious to see what Cleveland does this year. This is their opportunity to do something, and Donovan Spada Mitchell is putting buckets up. And the Nets are 5th right now, Mike, and the Heat are 6th. The Nets are still 5th right now in February.
For the day.
All right, 7 through 10. The Knicks, Hawks, Bulls, and Wizards. So those are the teams in the mix right now to get into the playoffs for the East. And teams to watch right now, and this means that they've won 7 out of 10, 8 out of 10, something like that. The Bucks are winning at a high clip. The 76ers are winning. The Cavs are winning. And believe it or not, Mike, Wizards, I think, have won like 7 out of their last 10. They're 7-3 the last 10 games.
Man, every time you mention that, what happens?
Next week, you just don't see their names on the screen. Okay. So with all of the moving and shaking, Mike, you really don't think some of these teams that made some trades can jump in to this? Because the East, as you have said, and rightfully so, they don't cause me pause, buddy. They don't cause me pause. So is it still just the Bucks, the Celtics and the Bucks to lose?
That's it. That between the two of them.
Philly will make it to the semis and then start complaining because Harden won't go over top of the screen when the game's on the line.
He ain't going. He ain't going.
No.
He ain't going.
All right. So now, fans, we move to the West, and the West is loaded. It is. So Denver's the number one seed right now going into the All-Star break, and they're playing well, and they didn't make any major moves. So the chemistry aspect is there. Memphis is number two, and Memphis got a little Seymour in them. They loud talking. They loud talking, little Seymour. They loud talking right now. So I like to see how they do in the postseason because they're going to be in the postseason. But
They loud talking.
man, John, them talking mad, talking about the league don't like them. And
Man,
This-
nobody paying attention to
this
that.
noise.
Just win. Shut up and play
Now, how long is Sacramento going to be the third seed?
until the playoffs.
So that you think they're going to roll at this clip, even with all
Yeah,
the
they'll keep going into that, but then all of a sudden, you know what's going to happen.
So the Mavs are fourth, and with the Kyrie Luka tandem, there was a headline in the paper this morning on the various websites, and I want to get this right, Mike, because this summarizes why I don't like him. Luka said it was really fun playing with Kyrie, and he said that after a loss. I don't want to hear nobody talk about no fun after a loss.
I ain't trying to hear shit.
Okay. So the Suns are fifth, and the Clippers right now are sixth. 7 through 10, Golden State, New Orleans. I'm just so mad about the Zion thing. The T-Wolves and the Jazz. So the Lakers are still fighting to get up. So, and the only team in the West that was on any kind of significant, winning clip were the Suns. So with that, who do you think, now that you've seen the standings and all, the Suns are going to expend a lot of energy just getting to that, staying out of six and making sure they're 4 or 5. So if they're 4 or 5, they'll probably play the Mavericks, who will hang around that, which means one of those teams are going to be eliminated in the first round. So this is a whole lot of talking for nothing. And then you got Denver, who I like, but they're playing a team that's either going to be Golden State staggering in, New Orleans, and who knows who's still going to play with them. The T-Wolves, Rudy, really? Okay. Or the Jazz, or maybe the Lakers, or somebody like that. So that's why I think Denver's going to advance to the semis, because it just the numbers don't match, don't add up. Any thoughts on that? Because I think the Mavericks, Suns, and maybe Golden State will eliminate each other before you get to the next round. And there's no guarantee they're going to win that play-in game. If they
There's no guarantee they're going to win the play-in game, but I think out West is a little more competitive than the East. You know what I mean? So
100%.
I think it's Dallas that they made, for basketball-wise, I think they made a good move. I ain't going to lie to you. I think they had, the problem is Kyrie is Kyrie. Like, you never know what's going to happen. Next week he could be talking about Sputnik. You never know. So that concerns me. I think Phoenix, though, made the best when he's healthy. Like, when's he going to play?
Durant's going to play after the All-Star break on paper.
Okay. All right. So I think they made the best move out of everyone out there on the West.
And I am 100% in agreement.
And Dallas, this can get them into the play-in.
Yeah. And Luka don't guard. And playoffs, man. It's hard to win in the NBA, man. It is. You got to beat people 4 times, and everybody knows what you're running. Everybody knows every play you're doing. And Dallas likes ISO ball a little more than I would like to for a championship team. Okay, it'll win you a regular season game, but again, we're trying to win titles. So games of the week. All-Star break is here. This comes out Wednesday, and Friday is the silly season. So on Friday, Mike,
you said Friday the silly season.
It's the silly season. So the Jordan Rising Stars practice will be on NBA TV. 5:30, the Basketball Hall of Fame news conference. And please let it be the Hall of Fame and not the Hall of Very Good. But that's been my complaint for the last couple of years. 7 o'clock Friday night, the Ruffles NBA All-Star Celebrity Game. Something you mentioned on our NFL episode. that's the blueprint they should follow. Is that what you're saying, Mike?
Yeah, that's what they should follow. They should. I think if you want to bring in customers and bring in people who really, really want to make this game global, like you got to be able to do that. You got to make it more fan friendly. The NFL hasn't been fan friendly. Flying to Hawaii and stuff like that. People can't afford to do that. Let's make it more down home.
And 9 o'clock, the Jordan Rising Stars game will be on TNT. And fans, the Rising Stars Challenge will feature a mini tournament with 4 teams and 3 games. There are 21 NBA players to be drafted on the 3 teams, along with 7 G League players, which will comprise the 4th team. Honorary coaches are Paul Gasol, Joakim Noah, Jason Terry, and Deron Williams. Each game will be played to a final target score. The 2 semifinal matchups, they will play the 40, and the championship game, they will play the 25. Mike, I share with you the different teams, players and teams, just in case you were interested. As you see, the only team I care about is the G League team, because some of those guys, they get drafted and take your favorite star's spot. Any thoughts on the Friday festivity?
Nah, should be all right. I think it's going to be good activities. I think it's going to be like a fan friendly. We got a big thing with them. They're going to be able to do is keep you involved, and you can still feel like you at the park. Like that's the thing I think the NBA does that a lot of people. I'm still at the park. I'm still watching at the Rucker. I'm still like that excitement and those kind of things. I think they do a good job of that.
Okay. Saturday, February 18th, long day, 1 p.m., NBA All-Star practice. 4 p.m., the NBA HBCU Classic. This year will be Southern University versus Grambling. 7 p.m., Commissioner Adam Silver gives his news conference. We will have highlights of that next week. And 8 o'clock, All-Star Saturday night. Now, Mike, I am of the age where All-Star Saturday night used to be my whole Saturday night, and now I am not of that age. I don't care about the Kia Skills Challenge. I don't.
No,
I don't care about them dribbling through the whatever, throwing the chest pass. I don't know. But I do. The 3-point contest for me is must-see TV. I want to see whoever shoot. I will watch the shooting contest and then the slam dunk contest. First of all, before I say anything about the slam dunk contest, Dominique got robbed in Chicago Stadium.
Man, stop.
Jordan that year.
Stop.
I'm still mad about that. Okay. And Hagler beat Leonard. Okay. Now, what are your thoughts? I'm still there. Haven't let it go. Okay. Haven't let it go. What are your thoughts about All-Star Saturday? Hey, yes, I still reset. Hagler beat.
You did not, man. Sugar Ray.
Man, you can't fight 10 seconds in a round.
Yes, you can.
Steal the round.
Yes, you can.
Yes,
Yes, you can.
Yeah, apparently you can.
Yes, you can.
Because I thought you were supposed to take the title from the champion.
Keep
I thought you
thinking.
were supposed to take the championship.
He did. He didn't get hit. He hit and didn't get hit.
Man,
That's the way it's supposed to be.
And Dominique brought the ball from his ankle, and Jordan did regular old dunk. And I'm like, come on, man. Go back and look at it, fans. But anyway, go ahead and talk to me about All-Star Saturday night, because the dunk contest is a snore. Can't lie.
I'm not going to say that's a good. I haven't watched the dunk contest in many years, but I do like to see the shooting competition. Shooting always, something that it's a skill that I love, and I appreciate watching that.
All right. And then Sunday. Again, it used to be must watch for me. Now I'm a little slowed. 1 o'clock, the NBA Legends Award. 3 o'clock, the G League Next Up game. And 7:30, they're doing it different this year. The All-Star Draft will be before the game. Okay. And the All-Star Draft is presented by Jordan Brand. Is there a conflict of interest that Jordan's an owner and the Jordan Brand is doing a lot of stuff? Because Charlotte stinks. How come he got no player? But whatever. And then All-Star game is 8 o'clock Sunday night, February 19th. I do want to watch the All-Star game, but when I was younger, man, they used to get in, play a little whatever, and then that last minute or two of the fourth quarter, you would see Isaiah and them like buck up. And now, man, the league is a little too chummy for me. Maybe that's what it
Stop.
is.
No,
Oh,
no.
hostility.
It's always been chummy.
A little vinegar.
No, it's always been chummy. People just didn't know. Social media didn't,
I just
like
need a little more check ball.
they already said. Walt, what's his name? He stayed at Bill Russell house every time they played.
Yes.
So let's stop. Everybody know. No, let's stop that. It's just now social media. You see LeBron and Melo and D Wade in France drinking wine together. You see that because of social media.
So let me throw it at you this way.
All right.
When we're at the hoop group and we're competing,
Oh my God.
trying to get to the championship,
Yeah.
we went after each other. We got our guys ready, and then we were chummy. But man, these cats, I just want to see a little more. Let's go get them. I ain't mean to make you laugh like that.
Man,
That's what I'm talking about. I need somebody to just say, all right, I'm going to lock you up. I'm just not going to let you score at this moment. And everybody's scared of getting crossed up and whatever. And
I don't see it happening. I don't see it happening. It's an all-star game, bro. Come on, you see it. It's an all-star game. It's supposed to be that way. And let's get at it a little bit. Let's have some fun. But like it was so much hate back then. It was all competing. Honestly, I also think that the money had something to do with it.
Yes, because the all-star bonus was a real bonus. And now Kyrie's got 37 mil.
Yeah, and they've been
All right. So, Mike, you have the list of all-stars. Fans, you can look it up.
Yeah,
Zion ain't playing. So, shut up.
I ain't hear you. Say it again.
Zion is currently injured. He is out with an injury.
Okay.
Hey, Steph Curry's out too with an injury. I'm at the mall with 0.5 and 0.5. I'm in the Under Armour store. And he says, Dad, those are the Curry 8s or whatever the heck they were. And he said, man, it's like the lightest shoe like ever. I pick up the shoe. It's feathery soft. And what do I say to him?
He turned his ankle.
That's why he got ankle problem.
Exactly.
He got nothing on there.
He ain't got no support.
Jiminy crickets. All right. Couple of notes just before we close. Embiid, Markkanen, and Morant, because I can't pronounce Markkanen's first name, they're going to be starters due to injuries to Durant, Curry, and Zion Williamson. James and Giannis will select the teams right before at 7:30, as we mentioned. James has been a captain in each of the past 5 seasons. He's drafted against Curry, Giannis twice, and Durant twice. Team LeBron has won the past 5 All-Star games. Team LeBron will play for Big Brothers Big Sisters of Utah. Team Giannis will play for Raise the Future in Utah, and the total will be about $750,000 for the Utah community. So to close on my end, Mike, I don't know what the NBA can do to make me care more, but they're not getting my economic dollar because I'm not a season ticket holder anymore. Their product is not must see anymore to me. It will be a little more second part of season with the draft, with the trades and stuff.
Why you say that?
Man, call me in the playoffs. That's where I am now with the NBA. I'm trying not to be. So I need my partner to get me excited about a regular Friday game. But I'm watching the regular Friday games, and I'm like, call me after the NCAA tournament. That's when I'll care more. Yeah, I can't lie. What do you think, man? Am I just being old, or what is it? Because the college game is fascinating me a little more because of the parity. It's a lot of parity. And the West is clearly better than the East. Yeah, so when I'm watching a game on the East, I'm like, these dudes is in the lead. They get in the bag and can't hit an open shot. Rats. Jiminy crickets. So what do you think, man?
I think I think we're seeing basketball to where I don't want to say it's more competitive. I think it is, but I just think that somewhere along the lines, and I'm not knocking contracts, I'm not knocking players. Of course, it's a free country, but I think that the Players Association got too much power. That's just my opinion because people are
Interesting.
getting money now for not doing the same shit. Like you had to really do something to get money. Like
Yeah.
fucking Michael Jordan was the most underpaid player ever in history, and
Mhm.
all he did was win 6 out of 6 championships. And
And
every year, go ahead.
that
I'm
might
sorry.
be something. No, that might be something, Mike, because I wasn't even thinking
Yeah,
about load management or anything
no,
like that. It's
no.
just, man, I
Mhm.
need you to care. And
Yep.
it looks a lot of times like guys aren't even having fun out there.
No,
And it's something because I'm out watching a lot of basketball now. And man, you're playing a game, enjoy yourself, compete, please compete.
Mhm.
But maybe that's it for me. And I will dig in deeper on the NBA after the college season. And as you see from our rankings, every week I'm looking at the rankings. I'm looking at who's doing this, that, and the other. But it's just a harder game to watch right now.
it is.
But we love it. We still love this game and bring back that advertising campaign. That NBA, we love this game, and NBA is fantastic. That is like the greatest era for me.
Yeah,
Um,
sure. Wasn't it?
Oh yeah. So, any closing thoughts, sir, before we wrap up?
No, we good. We good. We good. I appreciate it. Shout out to our producer. We're thinking about you. So
Yeah,
that's
thank
about
you,
it.
Kelly, and we're here for you. And so, on behalf of my tag team partner, Coach Mike Francis, I am Dr. Keith Adams with Middle Schoolers Need to Go to Class, More Lunch voice, saying thank you for listening and/or watching the iCoaches podcast. We will see you on the sidelines. Till next time, take care.
The iCoaches podcast is sponsored by the CKA Save Project. The CKA Save Project is an industry leader in providing student-athlete academic and athletic support. From assessing student-athletes' academic and athletic skills, to measuring and monitoring student-athlete academic progress, to improving student-athlete time management and organizational skills, the CKA Save Project provides wraparound services for student-athletes from middle school through college. For more information, visit us on the web at www.ckasaveproject.org or schedule a free consultation with Dr. Keith Adams by emailing cka@ckasaveproject.org. We hope you enjoyed today's show. The iCoaches podcast drops new episodes every Tuesday through Friday on most weeks. Make sure you subscribe to the iCoaches podcast on Apple Music, iHeartRadio, Podbean, Spotify, and YouTube. Follow the iCoaches podcast on Twitter and Instagram at oddcoaches. Follow Dr. Adams on Twitter and Instagram at CKA Save Project. In addition, follow Coach Mike Francis on Twitter and Instagram at Coach Franchise, spelled Coach FRANCHIZE. For more information about the CKA Save Project, please visit them on the web at www.ckasaveproject.org. See you next time on the iCoaches podcast.